Hey guys, it's Amy Shine here, live from my pool on this Saturday evening. And I wanted to make a video tonight about something that's been coming up a lot for clients of mine in sessions that I do. And also, it's something I noticed that came up for me a lot as well, and for friends of mine, is like looking at so here you are, you're going about your life and you have things that you love, right? And so for some people it may be going to the gym, or maybe dancing, or maybe music, or it's doing weights, or it's swimming, or it's being at the beach, or whatever it is. And there may be a couple of things, but there's a certain few things in life that sometimes give you like that sense of joy, and when you do them it kind of lights you up, and it lights your world up, and it creates this ease in your world, and it adds to your life. And then it's like, you have those things, and and then you seem to say you find something else. You find something else that you love to do. And it's like you almost like dump everything else that works because you found something else. Like some people do that with like relationship. Like they have all these things, their life's great, and then they meet someone, and then they almost like stop doing all the things they love because they have this new relationship in their life. Or you like, I don't know, you love swimming, and then you find out actually you start doing yoga and you stop swimming altogether, or it could be something like a business, like you find a new business you're creating, and then you stop doing all the other businesses that you were doing that were working. And I've seen a lot of it lately where people are talking to me and they're like, yeah, I used to love singing, and I used to love dancing, I used to do it all the time, and then I found this thing. Like some people like, then I found access and I stopped singing and I stopped dancing. And I'm like, that's crazy, right? Like, why dump all the things that were already working? Yeah, you found something that's amazing, why not add that to your life? And what I'm starting to see a lot is that a lot of the times what we do is, instead of adding to our life, we make that thing that we found everything. We make that relationship everything. We make that business everything. And we make that new thing that seems that is amazing, but we make that our everything, and we dump all the other things that were working. And it comes back to like, are we actually trying to find, like, are we still back in that kind of like mind frame of, oh, I got it right, I got the right thing here, like I got the right relationship, or I got the right business, or I got access is right, so I'm doing that now, rather than looking at, okay, everything gives you something, right? So like for me, like doing hot yoga really helps me in the morning when I'm just up, and it helps my body move energies, and it's kind of like that practice that I like early in the day because it's easy, it's soft, it's gentle. And then usually like on weekends or later in the evening when I have more energy, I like to dance, and then like I like to teach access classes, and I like to also I like to go out on the beach, and I like to swim, and I like to be in the ocean, and I love music. And it's like, what is it that like we have to decide, like we have one thing that we do or one thing that we love, and it's almost like our life gets so good, and our life keeps getting greater, and then we dump the things that were working. Because what would happen if we had even more joy and more ease than we have right now? And that's something I was noticing even for me. It was like I had a level of joy, and I had a level of ease, and I had a level of fun, and then I stopped doing a lot of things because I was getting that ease and that joy and that fun somewhere else. But then I'm missing out on all the other stuff that I love. So a question that I've been using lately is like, what had I in the past that I gave up that I would actually like to invite back into my life today? So I did a list, and there was a list of things, and it was like, it doesn't even have to be that, like, okay, in the past I used to do Latin dancing. Okay, so what would it take for me to invite that energy? And I gave that up. I stopped doing that. I stopped going to social events. I moved to America. So even though I live in like Latin culture land, I live like in South Florida, which is full of Latin music, Latin culture. I had more of that social dancing in Cork, Latin dancing in Cork, than I do here. Why is that? Well, when I got here, I didn't actually seek that out. I didn't go after that because my life was already good. I already had loads of the things I loved. So why I didn't have a need to add this stuff. So sometimes it's almost like we have to wait until our life gets shit or gets bad or something before we start adding the things we love. Why not? And what is it that we won't actually just allow ourselves to continue to grow and expand in more joy, more fun, more like that orgasmic energy and the stuff that makes you feel alive? And it's like, how happy are you actually allowed to be, you know? And so that question, like, what did I have in my past that I'd like to invite back into today? It's like, okay, the energy of Latin dancing, I'd like to have that back today. And like, I had other things on my list, like it was like actually some friendships I had in Ireland. I'd like to have that energy here in Florida too. There was a few other things, like I had, oh yeah, because I used to, before I started doing Access, I used to get up in the morning and I used to spend 10-15 minutes in the morning before I do anything, but it was just time for me to read daily reflections, or to, at the time I used to pray or meditate, do some like breathing, whatever it is, before I even start my day. And I noticed after I started to do a lot of Access, and I was getting up in the morning and I was going straight for my phone. And then I was checking messages, and then I was checking emails, and then I was checking Facebook before I even got up out of bed. And now in the last couple of months since I'm looking at this, I'm like, that actually doesn't work for me. So now I've started to actually become more kind and more caring to me. And when I wake in the morning, turn off the alarm, I get up, I make myself a cup of tea, and I go to like a room that I have that's my space, and I do my angel cards, and I do the things that work for me. You know, and this is all about looking at like what works for you, like, and what works for you might not work for someone else, but what are the things that nurture your body, that nurture your soul, that you have given up or that you've stopped doing for whatever reason, it doesn't matter. And what would you like to invite back in to your life today? So thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed the video, and check me out on YouTube, subscribe to my channel if you like, and start playing with the things that actually bring you joy and actually add to your life, and see what happens, you know. And it changes all the time, but when you start adding more and more of that energies that actually bring you joy, that will wake up your business, that will wake up your money flows, that will bring more orgasmic energy into your life, that will bring you more ease, more abundance, and more creativity. So bye from Florida, from the pool. See you soon. Bye.